disregard his covenant.
Mm.
This is new teaching. You know what's easy to say? This is easy. This is some easy TV preaching. And this will sell books and all kinds of stuff. Get ready, the Lord's going to heal you. Oh, he hasn't forsaken you. Get ready, it's coming. I'm telling you it's coming. You just need to believe. You need to exercise your faith. And in the name of Jesus, we're going to heal you. We're going to believe. You know what that is? Baloney. Because God will not be disobedient to his own word.
Mm.
He can't be. He says he's not like man that he should lie.
That's right.
Or the son of man that he would change his mind. And we wonder why, because there has to be a reason why, if somebody is sick and I pray for them, they don't get well. I'm believing, you're believing, and you don't get well. Why? Because you are the person who's stopping that process. And the only way we can get by that, there's 8 covenants, or there's 8 principles, okay, that need to be engaged. The first one, can I have my water? The first one is this, and if you look in the booklet, thank you. I made a booklet for 2014. Oh, you see that first one? If you need to make a change, you better put your name right in there. You put your name in there. Everybody shout their name out. Put your name in there. All right. So here's the first principle. The first principle is this. You have to absolutely, positively, unquestionably stop making excuses. I've been in practice 29 years. I have heard every excuse. I can't even tell you how many times I've heard every excuse. I've heard excuses where people, they're like thinking they're shocked that I never heard their excuse, but like I heard their excuse before. They're like, could you believe I can't do this because of such and such? What happens is, soon as I push you out of your comfort zone, it's like an automatic switch. Okay, it's like a generator that goes on when the lights go out. Automatically, as soon as you get out of your comfort zone, bang, an excuse comes up. The excuse sometimes is faster than your conscious thought. That means the excuse came out and you didn't even realize it was coming out. It was already out. Like it's a built-in automatic default. I ask you to do something. Oh, I can't do it because of what? Oh, did I say anything? Yes. Bang, it comes out. And the excuses, okay, will kill you. Let me give you a for example. Say somebody told you that you got a year to live. And you said, well, listen, I just went to the doctor. Somebody told me yesterday, I went to the doctor yesterday or this week, and I had a physical, and everything was fine. And my response is, big deal. Okay? Because everything can be fine on the numbers and the papers, but your habits may not be fine. Okay? And the rug could be pulled out at any moment. I know a lot of people, they come in, they just was at the doctor's, everything was fine, and next thing you know, they're suffering from some severe disorder. But just imagine you have, okay, an angel comes and tells you, you have like Hezekiah, and said, listen, you know what? You got 1 year. And at the end of the year, you're going to drop dead or something, but you could have prevented it. Okay? That's sort of like Hezekiah, because when the Lord spoke to him, he said, wait a minute. I've been obedient. I followed all this stuff. Remember, Hezekiah gave his report back, and he was very clear on pleading his argument with the Lord that, hey, I've been really following what you're saying. I've been a man of covenant, working the deal. And the Lord said, you know what? Good point. I've given you 15 more years. Right? He beseeched him. And he said, hey, listen, I've been working for what I should be doing. I've been faithful to you. I've been righteous. And he gave him the 15 years. But now listen, the angel of the Lord comes and tells you you got 1 year. But you're feeling fine. Okay? Now, but you have to make some changes. Now, if I challenge you with some changes, full well knowing you only have 1 year left, would you make those changes? And let me tell you what those changes are. Can you give me 2 hours a week of your time? Can you? Mm-hmm. Or you would die. Maybe I'm not getting across to you guys. Mm-hmm. If you don't give me 2 hours a week, you're going to die. Are you going to give me 2 hours a week?
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I had to reposition the question. Mm-hmm. Okay? Maybe I got to wake up. If you got to give me $2,000 in a year, could you find it?
Yeah. Find it.
What are you going to say? You're going to say, oh, well, listen, there's no way I'm going to get $2,000 this year, so you know what? I'm just going to be planning for my death. Let me tell you something. You see a sale at PC Richards, and you figure out a way to scramble and get $1,200 for a flat screen.
What? In a minute.
It's like, oh my God, the sale is going to be over. What am I going to do? Okay, I got this credit card has $300. This credit card has $400. Mm-hmm. My brother owes me $200. Let me get $200 from him. I'm almost there. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
And if I told you, okay, you need to get up, you need to get up, you need to get up. Everybody up?
Yes.
Is everybody up yet? Everybody up?
Yeah.
Get up, man. What you doing? You got a bad leg? He does have a bad leg.
We're out of our comfort.
Okay, now sit down.
All right.
No, I'm only kidding. Stand up. Look, you're getting exasperated. I'm helping you up.
Thank you.
Now we can sit down. Seriously, I'm serious this time. I'm serious this time. I'll pray and you'll fall down. How many people felt a little like, what am I doing getting up and down? Even a little thing like that, you say, this is a little uncomfortable, I gotta get up and down. I was almost gonna say, everybody got up and switched rows. Then it would be like, by the time we finish that, it'll be ready for lunch. But the big thing is we need to stop making excuses.
Yeah.
And the biggest excuse we make, the three biggest, is I don't want to be out of my comfort zone. I don't have the time. I go, you have to do this. I don't have the time, Doc. You don't understand. That's baloney. You got to make the time. It's a life or death situation. And then I don't have the money. I don't have this. And let me tell you something. I'm like an ice spot, especially when it comes to what ladies do. I'm like the biggest ice spot. Okay? Because people, oh, I don't know if I can afford, I don't know if I can afford to do this, I don't know if I can afford to do that, I don't know if I can afford to go to the gym, I don't know if I can afford to do this, that. And I'm checking them out, and I'm looking at them shoes. Now, I got a wife and 3 daughters. So I know the deal, okay? I know how much the pocketbooks cost. I know how much the fingernails cost. I got the whole thing down pat, okay? And at just about that time, people start hiding their shoes. The bags go underneath the thing. You know, the nails are like this. See, the guys I can't tell. The guys are a little tough, okay? Until I go outside and I see their car, and they got like, you know, they got some old Toyota, but they got $2,300 rims on the car. And it's a work under construction. You gotta stop making excuses, friends. Because what happens is, I'm telling you, at the end of this morning, I'm going to challenge everybody, okay? And some of you are so set in your excuses that it's going to go in one ear and you're going to pretend you didn't hear it because you don't want to be challenged out of your comfort zone. I'm telling you, it's a sad truth. And I really wish everybody would say, Doc, you know what? I'm in. Whatever I need to do, I'm in. Okay, I really wish that would happen. But I know some people are going to come up with, like they're going to come up with a story. And I'm not going to twist your arm. Because if you want to go down that way or that road, go ahead and do it. Okay? But how many people here are going to believe what I'm saying, and they're going to say, after today, I'm not making any more excuses. All right? Is that hand up? I want to make sure. Mother got her hand up there. That's good. Yeah, I know. Listen, if I got both of those hands up over here, I think we can close with prayer. Amen. The second point, okay? The second point is we have to take initiative now, today. As a matter of fact, for those of you who were here yesterday, you should have taken initiative last night. Because what happens is, if you put off for tomorrow what you're doing today, there's a good chance it's going to be put off another day. That's called procrastination. It is a killer.
I know.
Okay? If we're going to be determined, like I'm going to challenge everybody at the end of the day, that they're going to give up one food that they like, they're going to change one type of bad carb, they're going to eliminate it out of their diet, and they're going to increase 2 portions of vegetables every day. Okay? I'm going to challenge everybody to do that. And what happens is, if you're going to take the challenge, then you have to do that today. Okay? Because if you don't start now, and you're going to tell me, oh, you know what, Doc, I'm going to start, well, you know, I have this party tomorrow, and I'm going to I'll start on Monday. Yeah, right.
You're not going to do it.
That's right. Tell him. Come on. Tell him. Tell him.
You're not
You're
gonna
not
do
going to do it.
That's right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Remember we did that little thing yesterday about Ananias and Sapphira? Forget about it. We would all be in trouble.
it. That's right.
You got to take initiative immediately. Because if you don't, it will be put off. Number 3, okay? You need to be willing to make sacrifices. You got to be willing to make sacrifices. You got to choose to make a sacrifice. You got to pre-plan the sacrifice in your life.
Yeah.
You got to set the alarm clock a little earlier. You got to go to bed a little earlier. You got to turn off the TV. You got to, when you're in the morning and you're craving the bacon egg sandwich from the corner deli, which when I drove down this street, there's a corner deli, there's a middle deli, there are more delis than churches out there. Okay? You're craving this sandwich, and it's like pulling you out of bed, and it's trying to get you there. And you got to be willing to make that sacrifice. Plan it into your day. Because let me tell you something, especially for those of you who love to eat food to make you feel nice and, you know, like a comfort food and stuff like that, it will be tormentuous in the beginning. I'm telling you. You have some donuts in the house, they'll be screaming at you from the refrigerator. Hey! Remember me? I've been sitting here all day. You say, I'll be right there. Don't worry, I'll get you out. You have to be willing to make a sacrifice.
That's right.
Number 4, okay? There are absolutely, positively, no shortcuts. It's all sow and reap. Now, you could be smart about it, okay? But there's no shortcuts.